Introduction. Trauma, healing, and the cell danger response. Trauma is often misunderstood as being solely a mental health issue. The truth is, trauma extends far beyond psychological effects. It profoundly impacts both the body and mind, frequently triggering a cascade of biological responses that can leave individuals in a state of chronic stress, pain, and illness. While psychological therapies play a vital role in trauma recovery, a growing body of evidence supports the idea that trauma is not just a psychological event, but a biological one. This is where the concept of the cell danger response, CDR, becomes relevant and important. The CDR is an ancient, evolutionarily conserved cellular response designed to protect the body from threats, whether physical, microbial, chemical, or psychological. When a threat is perceived, the CDR shifts the body into defensive mode, halting normal cellular functions and activating protective measures. In the short term, this response is essential for survival. However, in the context of trauma, particularly chronic or unresolved trauma, the CDR can remain activated long after the threat has passed. This prolonged activation leads to widespread inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, and a host of emotional and physical symptoms. The impact of trauma is felt at the body's cellular level, influencing everything from immune function to hormonal balance, sleep cycles, and digestion. When the CDR remains chronically engaged, it alters the functioning of the brain and body, often leading to conditions like chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, autoimmune disorders, and persistent mental health challenges such as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. This means that healing from trauma will engage not just the mind, but also the body, right down to the cellular level. This book looks at evidence-based trauma treatments through a biological lens. It explores the complex ways trauma affects both the body and brain, with a particular focus on the pivotal role of the CDR in this process. It delves into the science behind the CDR, explaining how trauma triggers prolonged cellular stress and how this contributes to long-term emotional and physical symptoms. By gaining a deeper understanding of the CDR, we can develop more integrative and effective approaches to healing from trauma. Throughout this book, we cover a wide range of topics related to trauma recovery, including attachment theory and trauma, how early attachment wounds, often formed in childhood, activate the CDR and affect emotional and physiological health throughout life. The gut-brain axis and immune function, how trauma disrupts gut health and immune responses, contributing to chronic inflammation and illness. Nutrition and the CDR, how specific nutrients, such as omega-3s and antioxidants, support mitochondrial function and help reset the CDR, promoting healing at a cellular level. Holistic therapies for trauma, exploring therapies like brain spotting, clay field therapy, see Chapter 25, family constellation work, and other somatic approaches that help release trauma stored in the body and calm the nervous system. Gender differences in trauma response, how men and women may experience trauma differently, and how gender-specific approaches can aid in recovery. Intergenerational trauma and epigenetics, how trauma can be passed down through generations via epigenetic changes, and how healing one generation can positively impact future ones. Psychedelics and the CDR, investigating how emerging treatments like MDMA, psilocybin, and ketamine may influence the CDR and assist in trauma recovery. Understanding the CDR is essential if we are to fully grasp the extent of trauma's impact on the body. This book not only explains the underlying science, but also provides practical solutions for healing, focusing on nutrition, movement, somatic therapies, and mindfulness. By integrating mind-body approaches with a deep understanding of the cellular processes involved in trauma, we offer a comprehensive and effective path to recovery. Trauma is not just a psychological issue. It is a full-body experience that can erode physical health over time. As we learn more about the CDR and its role in trauma, it becomes clear that healing must involve both psychological and biological interventions. This book aims to provide the knowledge and tools necessary to address trauma at its root empowering individuals to fully recover and thrive, to lead healthier, more balanced lives.